Okay, guys, I am in awe of these messages right now. Loving you feels impossible. Yeah, I can't keep it in anymore. It hurts too much. What does this actually mean? Oh my gosh, these cards are not shuffling well at all. Okay, let me start again. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, for commenting, for being truly. I'm so appreciative of all of you. I swear, I'm like the luckiest reader oracle that gets to engage with you guys. So please let me know, where are you from? What are you up to? How's the twin flame journey going for you? I had a bit of an epiphany, and it had come from another oracle reader, which I find so fascinating. She had channeled a message saying that you are so high above me. This is from the Divine Masculines. You're so high above me. How do you exist on it? It hurts to hold in, I love you now. Because before I couldn't say I love you because of being afraid I would lose you. And now it hurts more to hold it in. So I'm going to go through some channeled messages. We're going to look at some thoughts, feelings, spiritual, mental, emotional, what's going on with the divine masculines, or what do they need us to know? So thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team, for allowing me to be a channel for the highest and best good. I'm going to take a lot of the messages and I'm going to ask the questions as we go along. So, guys, thank you for being here. So usually I bless and shuffle before, but I want to do this live on air. And I want the questions to come from source, from spirit, from the universe. So, how are you feeling right now with the energies? Because there is a lot of transference of purging of the old self, coming into the new self, allowing the miracles to be unfolded, the past lives to be removed. And this is really bringing in a whole new cycle for both the masculines and feminines, but we'll see what feminine messages come up. And if they're relevant, obviously, I will integrate them into this reading. But right now, we're focusing on the masculine messages, which is really funny because sometimes I'm getting called to do feminine messages, other days it's like masculine, and right now it's definitely all about masculines. So let's have a look at what are their current energies, what are their thoughts, feelings, and emotions, what is going on with their challenges, with their fears, what is happening in the near future, what is happening in their heart space. Thank you, Spirit. Last two cards. Perfect. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, what have we got? Ace of Cups. Wow. This thumbnail is so accurate when it says it feels impossible. Yet I can't keep it in anymore. It hurts too much. There was so much fear around expressing their vulnerability, sharing their emotions, because they were terrified that they would lose you. And now they're terrified that if they don't speak up, they're going to lose you. This is very much the Lover's card is wanting to sneak peek through. So I'm seeing that throughout all of this time of possibly having this in and out connection, hot and cold, you feminines have really embraced the possibility of this friendship expanding, but you're really in this current energy of transformation. Just as soon as I said that, I tried to clear some cards decks, and the energetic card is transformation. We've got the soul family right behind it, but why is this all significant? Well, the thing is, we've got soul mating right behind. So there's a transformation, there's a recognition. I feel the divine masculines are recognizing you in your divinity. You know how you might have got an epiphany of, I recognize him, I recognize them, I recognize us in our past lives. So when it comes to this level of awareness that you're stepping into, feminines, it's causing this catalyst of transformation. It's causing the masculines to go through transformation. Remember, you can't awaken the masculines, and the masculines can't awaken you, but you can encourage each other to help this awakening. So that's what happens when you trigger one another. You're triggering one another to go into your higher versions of yourselves. And that's bringing in this inner transformation, and you're supporting each other in every dimension. There is a soul recognition between the both of you right now that I recognize you from my past, like more than ever before. There is a need to defend and protect this connection, which is why you're currently in isolation or in separation. The separation is so specific, so crucial for you to transform, for you to focus on your soul path, your mission, your purpose, because otherwise you will get distracted and it won't be as relevant for the collective. What I mean by that is you've been put here for a grander plan. It's not just to be with your masculines. It's not just to be in this current reality current reality to experience relationships. You're not here to do the mundane. You're here to do the extraordinary. And in order for you to do the extraordinary, you need to step into your divinity. You need to understand how powerful you are because you have been broken, you have been um, given all of these life lessons in order to move away from the paradigm, move away from the matrix. Masculines are doing this in their own way, trying to shift the reality for the physical, and the feminines are doing this in all of the other astral, multi-dimensional ways. What I'm seeing here is instead of you being distracted by the connection, by the relationship, you're being asked to delve deeper into your own divinity of your own spiritual gifts. And this is going to help the collective far more than you just being in the connection. When you are in union, it's going to give more challenges and more opportunities to serve at a higher level because you're together in union serving in a different way. Whereas right now, Spirit is saying, what are you doing to help the collective? And by you stepping into your spirituality, you're clearing out the clutter and you're able to serve the community individually. So when you do come together, you're individually serving, but you're also serving in union. The back of the deck, what don't you know, is the star card. This is such a beautiful confirmation about what the messages are coming through as. Your masculine knows how inspiring and incredible and divine you are, but you didn't know that yet. It's almost like this is just an example that Spirit's asking me to share. When you're going to a tarot reader or any person who is supporting your spiritual healing journey, they usually will confirm what you want to hear. So, say, for example, there's a lack of faith, there is a lack of trust, there is a lack of uncertainty in the connection that will be reflected to you. If you have faith and trust and assurance that even though I can't see it, I truly know this is my person. I don't need any validation. I'm at this place of peace, of serenity, of deep healing that I know this is my person. And we're not talking about manipulation or playing or narcissism. We're genuinely talking about soul deep love that you're not doing anything to harm each other and you're really truly in a divine space. This is the wish fulfillment that you have asked for. And because your level of love is beyond the traditional relationship status quo, your two souls were meant to serve a bigger purpose, a higher collective. And that's why you needed to be in isolation from relationships, from love, but also from one another at this time. What is the main energy that is happening around the divine masculines, the Seven of Cups? I feel there needs to be a little bit of clarification. So I'm going to ask the energetic cards, what is the energy regarding the Seven of Cups? This has been coming up consecutively, much like the Lovers card has in the readings. So please, angels, guardians, ancestors, and team, why have we got the Seven of Cups here for the collective? Wow. Okay, so all of the cards flew. There was a focus. Okay, this is really interesting. What we don't know, what we don't see is the focus, the transformation, the awakening to the soul family. Now, I did shuffle. But we've got focus on your awakening, focus on your transformation, focus on your soul family, because the Seven of Cups is here to say they are meant to be distracted. You are meant to be distracted, masculines. Why? Because you were meant to choose your awakening. You're supposed to be distracted by the shiny things, by the beauty, by the world, because you're of the matrix. You're trying to heal things in a physical domain, which also means that you need to overcome these distractions in order for you to come into your own soul journey. Why is this relevant for the masculines when it comes to their level of awakening? The High Priestess. Okay. High Priestess is the all-seeing, all-knowing, all-wise, holding the keys to the kingdom, in essence. The reason that the high priestess is here is because the masculines didn't know how much their inner feminine needed to shine. So in the material world, the divine masculines are in the leadership position. But really, it's the divine feminines within them that needs to balance, that needs to collaborate and coalesce with the masculines in the inner realm. So they are being asked to tune into their intuition, to tune into their wisdom. They're seeing signs and synchronicities of you, feminines, which is actually helping them recognize their soul family, helping them recognize what their mission is here for on earth. And the one card wanted to come out is the Nourish card. They're here to nourish their soul family, their soul essence, their soul purpose, because this is going to affect the world in a very important way. Let's have a look at another deck on the relationship between the High Priestess and where they are right now on their soul mission. So, what do we need to know around the High Priestess on the soul mission for the masculines, please, Spirit? Thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, and team. What is it that we need to know regarding this High Priestess? The Nine of Swords. Okay, well, that kind of came out in the inverse. Oh, I split the deck. We've got the Chariot and the Sun card. Okay, this is quite important because what I'm seeing here is the Nine of Swords was they were having a very difficult time to come to this level of awareness and awakening because they've not been able to integrate it in the subconscious. Some of them have been awake at night and finding this transformation quite difficult. But it's also important to know that they are overcoming this internally and they are moving through these energies quite quickly. So we've had a lot of energies around the eclipse. We've had upcoming energies around the 1111 portal, and they are moving through their levels of ascension and awakening. They are succeeding in overcoming those distractions in order for them to come into this light and move forward into their wisdom and knowledge regarding this connection and regarding their mission and purpose. So, what is the biggest obstacle that is challenging them at the moment? Wow, we've got the Devil card. Now, behind the Sun card, there was the Devil card, but obviously I kind of sneak peeked it. Now, the Devil card is about this attachment. It is about restriction, resistance, dependency. Sometimes the masculines can be overly independent, and this can actually cause some catastrophe within the connection. So they resist and withhold vulnerability. Now, I split the deck, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. What the whole message is loving you feels impossible because they see you as this high, divine being that is like an angel on earth, that is like this goddess in human form. And they see you as being legendary, as being awe-inspiring, just this whole star-like wish fulfillment energy. So this Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups is really important because when the divine masculines don't realize their own worth and their own divinity, they can't recognize that. So the devil hoodwinks them. They put the veil up for the masculines because really all the divine masculines are looking at in you is themselves. The devil here is a challenge that the masculines have needed to overcome. So they find it uncomfortable to be vulnerable, but that is the one thing that can open up the gateway to their intuition, to their wisdom, to their higher purpose and soul mission, is what I'm getting here. Oh, wow. Okay, so bear with me because the cards just wanted to have a little bit of a confirmation there too. What are we seeing in regards to how the masculines are thinking and feeling in regards to their feminines who are listening here today? Okay. Now, this is interesting because all of the cards are upright, but it's the Two of Wands, which is in the inverse. Now, usually the Two of Wands is the Divine Feminine's Awakening card. And I find this really interesting because we do have the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, but behind it we have the 18 card, the Moon. So you might be seeing 188 or 818. You might be seeing 888. What I'm seeing here is because they're coming into the awareness that they recognize you, a goddess in human form, the Two of Wands is your level of awakening. You're, as a feminine, are probably getting quite a bit of epiphanies and awakening throughout the night. You may be holding pain and shifts in the physical sense because you're shifting out of your current body, you're shifting out of your current state of awareness into the next phase, feminines. The Two of Wands really does indicate that they think and feel you. When you are going through this phase of separation, they really do see signs and synchronicities of you, feminines, because that's how they awaken too. They are led by your level of awakening, but they are also feeling their own feminine internally awaken within them. So they're communicating with you in the astral realm in the 3D and 5D, and they're intertwining. It's almost like the veil is so thin right now. They are intertwining and they're speaking up. King of Swords at the back of the deck. They're speaking up because they're trying to assess with the inner feminines what the next steps of the future holds. In the 3D, they're unaware of what the next steps hold. They're not really coming to the depth of the questions that they need to answer because they need to come into this level of vulnerability with themselves. Two of Wands indicates that because you're so inspiring to them, they're wanting to ask those questions about the future. They're wanting to answer questions about what this connection is. What is their heart wanting to share with the feminines at this time? The Eight of Cups. Okay, this is so interesting. The Eight of Cups, it came up inverse as well. It came up upside down. Now, I'm pretty sure there are upright cards. This is really freaking me out because what I'm seeing here is the Eight of Cups is in the inverse, that they're no longer walking away from their heart's wants, needs, and desires. This is the most powerful Eight of Cups without question that I've ever noticed in my life, in my whole existence of a reading, because what this Eight of Cups usually represents is walking away. My question was, what is the masculines really truly wanting to share from their heart space? They're walking away from anything that doesn't align with their heart space. And that's what's powerful here. What ends up happening here is they usually walk away from the connection because they're so scared by it, because it feels impossible and it feels so grand. But now they're walking away from anything that doesn't align with their heart space. That's really, really big when it comes to the masculine's energy because they haven't done this before. Okay. So, in this walking away from anything that doesn't align with their heart space, what is aligning with their heart space right now? The Three of Swords, pain. Okay. What is aligning with their heart space is I've made a mistake. I've messed up and I've let this person go on with life without me telling them I love them. That is where the pain is coming up. It hurts too much. It hurts to keep I love you in. They want to speak up about how they feel. They want to share how they feel because now that they've come into this level of awakening, it's like, you know how when Harry met Sally and he's like, I woke up and I realized that I can't do life without you. I'm botching it up. But basically, what I'm saying is, I just don't want to do it without you anymore, you know? And it's almost like there's going to be certain masculines who are going to come in and say, I get what has happened. I get where we've come to, but I don't want to do it without you anymore. That's what I'm getting regarding this Three of Swords energy. It's more painful to hold it in than it is to release and let go. That's a really, really big energy. Now, I'm also seeing a lot of charms. So, you know how back in the day, you have like these charms coming from the ceiling or, the wind, but they're not charms that actually chime. I'm seeing that with this Three of Swords card, some of you who have got chimes around you, but they're just still and they're not making any noise. This is a very relevant message for you right now. What does divine need the masculines to know, and how can the feminines understand their masculines more regarding this energy, the world card? Okay. So the masculines really need to know from the divine that this is a change which is for the highest and best good, not just for them, not just for your union, but for the world, for the entire universe. This is such a big deal at this time that the feminines, you are given privy, you are giving insight to what your masculine has been going through regarding this series of awakening lessons and ascensions. Because this has been delivered in this very specific way, you are being given the opportunity that the divine has won over the devil, the ego. What do we need to know regarding the feminine's level of awakening in connection in relation to the masculines? Justice card. So this was the balance that had to happen. This was the karmic cycle that needed to shift. Because it's almost as if when one ascends, the other one follows, but when one ascends, the other one follows. So it's not saying that feminines, you're ascending and awakening further and higher than the masculines. It's saying that sometimes when they ascend, you need to ascend further. When you ascend, they need to ascend further. So it's not a case of you're leading. It's almost like you're taking it in turns to lead this levels of awakening and ascension. What do we need to know regarding the biggest challenge for the masculines and where they are now that they've understood the dynamic between the masculines and feminines, the Ace of Swords, the truth? Yeah. This is what they've always been trying to understand is how to see the world without the veil, without the matrix, without the physical lens that they've been watching it in. It's almost as if they are realizing that, when somebody tells you, oh, the moon was a conspiracy, the moon landing was this conspiracy, it was all made up. It's a bit like that. It's almost as if the masculines are being told the thing that you thought wasn't that at all. It was a conspiracy. And so the masculines are almost getting to the stage that there is a conspiracy on love in relationships, in how they see the world. They weren't meant to see the world in the way they saw the world because otherwise they would mess up the flow and the pathway and they wouldn't really come into the divinity of who they are unless it was through a specific stage, method, approach. What is it that the masculines want to share with the feminines regarding the honest truth? Queen of Swords. Wow. So there's a reason why I kept the King of Swords at the back of the deck and the other deck, but we've got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So the masculines do want to take this moment to share exactly how they feel about you. They want to upskill themselves because basically what I'm seeing is the language that they used to use doesn't work in this dynamic. You know how when you're with your person and it just feels as if you don't need to speak, it just feels you kind of get each other on another level, on an energetic level that you don't need to speak. It's kind of like that. It's almost as if in the 3D world, we communicate with our hands, with our voice. And this is why this channel is very important that you don't see the cards or you see me. Yes, in my membership, you do see me and the cards. So you're going to have a lot more communication, a lot more downloads when you see the membership videos. But what I'm trying to say here is the Queen of Swords is here to say that the masculines need to communicate in a way that they haven't done before. In the physical, they know how to withhold their speech. In the astral, they can't do that. So in that when your dynamic comes together, they're able to communicate with you without actually communicating in the 3D way. Energetically, you're enhancing this level of telepathy when you're in separation. So when you're together, it's almost as if it can enhance your communication, but the language is different. I hope I'm making sense with this because it's almost as if both of you need to upskill yourselves in the way you communicate, but it's not just in the physical level of communication, it's both in the astral and in the multidimensional. So what the masculines want to share with you is they want to enhance their level of communication because it's not going to be privy to everyone. They almost need to revise how they speak because not everybody's going to get it, but you get feminines. What do we need to know about this connection? The Hierophant, marriage, commitment, union. The Hierophant is the card of marriage, but it also is a card of higher ascension. So this connection actually brings up the union, the knowledge, the belief, the enlightenment. Union is here as a gateway to more levels of enlightenment, to more levels of belief, to more levels of faith. What do we need to know about the connection in the near future? The Nine of Cups. So this is this pleasure. This is this wish fulfillment. There is this knowledge that this was always in the cards. This was always meant for the both of you. What else do we need to know about this Nine of Cups, Spirit, please? Now, if the lovers came out to clarify the Nine of Cups, I'm done. What came out? The Sun, even better, the happiest card in the deck. What is coming in the near future? The Nine of Cups, a wish fulfillment of this union, of this connection. If you're actually here at the end of this message, listening to this reading, put an emoji of the sun down because you're resonating with this shift in this reality because you've put the work into your own awakening, spirituality, ascension. This is bringing in the highlights, the illumination of this connection, because this is the wish fulfillment. And the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. This major arcana is not just a message of your wishes are going to be fulfilled. This is a message of happiness, of invigoration, of joy, of absolute fulfillment. That's what's coming in the near future. Your wishes are always going to be fulfilled in this connection, and your union is going to manifest the greatest happiness. And you're going to be able to translate this and communicate this into the 3D in the real world. And your whole union is going to be a shining example that wishes do come true, that things are meant to be for you, and things like this connection. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles now flew out. This was always a part of you because the knowledge that you've gotten from your lessons, feminines and masculines, the hardship about being in isolation, of not being in a serious connection for such a long time, has really brought in this whole element of you were meant to be protected because of your light, because of your soul gifts, because of your mission and pathway. So you coming into this connection is a shining example that anything and everything is possible in this world. Your union is needed in this world so people can actually see what is possible. That's all I've got for you today. I'm just in awe. This is such a beautiful, beautiful, important reading. So if you're still here and you haven't clicked the like button, please do click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm sending you guys so much love. If you want to be a part of the online membership, head over to divinesacredtarot.com, and I share weekly newsletters and readings, which you can see the cards, and it really helps you heighten your own intuition regarding these messages. I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.